We are live from the Merrill Casual Library with Group 6. I have Zoe here, Zoe Johnson from Jcom 2010 class. Now Zoe, tell us about your project. Tell us about truth versus truthiness.
So truth is like cold hard facts. You can actually prove them, multiple sources, polls, all of that stuff. You have facts to prove them. Where truthiness is more of just emotional opinions. Like Jimmy Kimmel, he's really passionate about healthcare reform, so he says a lot of truthy statements because they're mostly opinions.
Thank you. Now Rachel, how does this concept of truth versus truthiness apply to your project on the healthcare reform?
Well, Kate, there's a mix of real truth and truthiness in all of the videos that we analyzed. Only just some facts are more truthy than they are true.
Now Zoe, you analyzed videos that are satire news. Tell us about how satire news exposes the truthiness in reporting.
Well, basically, satire news is just making fun of true facts, so all the statements are just truthy.
Thank you.
Yes!
Yes!
We're in
Yes, we got it! Ready? Alright.
Yeah.
Now, we have a special guest live from St. George. It is Katie Schwendeman. Katie.
So Kate, you watch videos of speeches. How are the facts presented in those speeches?
Well, Zoe, let me tell you, the speeches, their facts were pretty one-sided, if you know what I mean. For example, in Bernie Sanders' speech, he presented a fact. He said, the U.S. is the only major country without healthcare guaranteed for all of its citizens. This fact, while not being inherently truthy, is not very true either. Because, what is a major country? This fact appears to be not fully true because of the non-specificity. Nope, that's not a word. Because it isn't very specific.
So, we have to take a short infomercial break because we are having difficulties contacting Katie Schwendeman. We'll be right back with you. So Kate, how were the facts presented in the cable news channels?
Well, let me tell you, Rachel, cable news channels didn't present a whole lot of facts. Rather, they recapped speeches and addresses given, and then provided their opinions about it, giving the audience a lot more truthiness than any truth. We are live with Annie in the elevator here. We're going to ask her a question. Annie, what do you think about the healthcare reform?
I feel like there's no good solution right now. Both sides have not come up with a valid or working idea, so that's kind of where I'm at with it.
That was Annie's opinion from the elevator. Back to you, Kate.
Back to you, Kate.
That was really good. I liked that. All right.
And we're back. Is it a negative?
It's a negative.
It's a negative.
All right.
It's a no-go from Katie Schwendeman.
No-go from I-15.
Oh.
Now coming live to you from the elevator due to a quick change in plans, we have Rachel Martin. Rachel, which form of news did you find to be most informative and reliable?
Well, Kate, I would have to say speeches because they have no editorial bias. And suddenly Kate has taken ill and I must take my own question. Rachel, what is the form of news that you find most informative? Well, I'd have to say, Rachel, I mean, it has to be speeches because there's no editorial bias. And, ooh, there goes the elevator again. And the only bias that is in these speeches is purely policy and ideas. And it's not about politicians and their ideas, because we all know the politicians and their ideas. Good night, people.